Hello everyone and welcome back to Collection Log Progress, the series where we try to fill in as many log slots as possible. In the last episode we returned to Shades of Morton, as well as spending a lot of time showing off my Ven and Artist log. In today's episode we're going to focus on a lot of the minigames, with a small bit of PVM catch up in between. I hope you enjoy. Before we get started with the minigames, this week I've managed to accomplish 95 farming. I've recently got back on doing my farm and birdhouse runs as a way to continue leveling them up, and with farming potentially receive the Tangle Root pet on my way to 99. Now as far as Guardians of the Rift goes, here's my starting log. As you can see, I got spooned very early by getting the Abyssal Needle I think in my 4th KC, as well as the Catalytic Talisman not far after. It would be nice to receive more of the drops along the way, but honestly I'm mostly hunting for pearls in order to get the rune crafting outfit. After a couple of hours of games here, and teaching a couple of my friends how to play the minigame, I managed to stack up 45 points. So let's open those. There's something about pulling rewards from the Rift Guardian that doesn't have the feedback that other minigames present. I can't fully put into words as to why, but opening up rewards from here doesn't feel as rewarding. Thankfully, the minigame itself makes runecrafting enjoyable, and therefore kind of offsets that. It doesn't look like we're going to get anything much this time. We did manage to stack a few more pearls, which doesn't quite bring us up to being able to afford the first runecrafting outfit piece, but it does get us closer in our endeavours. Guardians of the Rift is something I'm going to have to come back to and continue grinding as time goes on. It's going to be a long one, but one that's going to be okay to do, as it is good for runecrafting XP as well. For now, back to Temporos. As you can see here, this is our current log at the end of last session. I decided to stick with the solo games as it's the most points per hour, and, well, I'll open it up here. My thinking is that even if we don't get any of the uniques, we can at least get enough Spirit Flakes to finish the Angler outfit. Almost right off the back after doing our games that took about 2 to 3 hours, we get the tackle box here, an item that allows you to store so many goods when it comes to fishing. Thankfully I'm someone who has good bank management, but for irons or those who struggle with bank management, this item is a blessing. Here we get an item that is tied for second rarest at Temporos. At 1 in 1600, it's the big harpoon fish. I believe this item can be mounted in your player own house and isn't used for much else more, but it's a really cool item to get off the log. I thought I was lucky with the dragon harpoon at 1 in 8k, but I got lucky again. After that, I went over to my bank, got all the additional spirit flakes I had stored up out, went over and upgraded my boots to the spirit angler boots. Just one left. At this point, I wanted to move away from Temporos, but I knew that if I didn't do it now, it was going to be a long time before I came back and got my last piece. So I pushed through another 3 or 4 games, and went to the reward pool in order to try and get those last spirit flakes I needed for that last piece. I didn't get enough on this round, and also I opened the caskets here so you could see what was in them, as I didn't last time. Mostly just jewellery and gems, but it's still nice, a couple of outs too. But you know I had to go back and do it again. And after 2 more games, I come over to the reward pool and fish up those, and managed to gather enough flakes in order to finally upgrade my last piece of the Spirit Angler outfit. This outfit is super useful at Temporos as it allows you not to bring a rope when tethering yourself to the mast, which also means that when I do the fire phase, if I accidentally stand on any, I won't lose my rope in future, meaning games will go quicker, more points will be gained, and I'll be on the fast track for that pet. Now another piece of content I've been doing this week, although not as much as I wish I had, is Callisto. In our clan we have boss of the weeks every 2 weeks, and this week it rolled Callisto, and I thought whilst groups are going, I'd go together, and I also did a couple of kills with the solo method. Although, with how deep it is and the amount of PKs I had to deal with, I realised I'm not going to look forward to this grind when the day comes that I go for the pet here. Though I will admit, being around the clan, getting a couple of drops here and there, was a nice experience. Unfortunately, I did not get any majorly expensive ones, be it the Dragon Pickaxe or the, I think, Tyrannical Ring, and nor did I get the pet. But hopefully in future, I'll be able to obtain those rare drops, and we'll be able to come back here and finish the log for this wildy boss. Speaking of wilderness bosses, I've been continuing to grind Venenatis over this past week, and whilst I've got nothing to show in terms of dragon pickaxes or nice piles of snapdragons, I have reached a nice 1,600 kills, putting me only 400 off the drop rate for the pet. I hope this isn't another KBD situation. As you can see from that little white dot and the fact that I teleported out of there immediately, PKs have been running rampant this last week at Venenatis, even during off-peak times and days, which has been rather annoying. Another thing I've been continuing to do in the background is Zora, and whilst I haven't had any new drops yet in the background, it's been nice to drop out 5 or 6 kills here and there. It allows me to generate some money and also gets me closer to that pet chance. At some point during the week I went and did my tiers and we got a nice chunk of runecrafting XP, putting us even close to that 90 level. At this rate we're going to be close to our base 90s by the end of the next month hopefully. As long as we keep doing content appropriate of course. In the background I've also been continuing to do a little bit of Slayer here and there, trying to collect brimstone keys as a way to obtain the dust mystic. Along our journey we've gathered a couple of drops including another trident drop and a kraken tentacle. And whilst I finished the kraken log a while ago, it's still nice to get these drops and do this task, as it's easy money and quite relaxing to do. Now, unfortunately that's all we've got time for today, but we did get a few log slots. I've been busy this last week with preparing stuff for next week, which I am away for, which also means that probably the week following you won't have another video. Week following that though, you will, so you'll only miss 1 week total. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I look forward to when I next see you. Have a great time, and bye!